16.
Jason, 17.
Tony, 17.
Carrie, 16.
Bailey, 16.
Trey, 17.
Good morning. I'm going to start off by doing my tribute speech on Alice Paul. A tribute is given to someone who is worthy of praise. I believe that Alice Paul deserves praise for all of her accomplishments. She went through great lengths to fight for women's rights. It's because of her that women today can have the right and opportunity to vote. First, I want to talk a little bit about her background. Her parents were William and Tossie Paul. She was born to a Quaker family in New Jersey. Because she was a Quaker, gender equality was her main principle, and she never had any other idea because that principle was always there. Her parents always raised her to believe in gender equality and the need to work for a betterment of society. Her mom, Tossie, influenced her to become part of the National American Women's Suffrage Association, NAWSA. Tacy brought her to most of the meetings, and sometimes she even held the meetings. And in her education, she went to Hicksite School, and there she endorsed the concept of gender equality and kept it an essential tenet of her religion. She then attended Swarthmouth College because of their Quaker-inspired education. Her grandfather was one of the founders, so her mom, Tossie, promised all of her kids would at least spend 1 year there. Next, I want to talk about her beginning. On Alice Paul's Institute website, last updated in 2015, it states that college is where she really began most of her journey. At NAWSA, she attended the University of Pennsylvania, and that's where she joined it, and was quickly appointed as head of the Congressional Committee. Her first action was a massive parade that coincided with Woodrow Wilson's presidential inauguration. Many males began attacking the suffrage while the police just stood and watched. This was her first public statement. Because of the lack of police protection, Wilson promised to meet with them and asked them why they were there. When they told him that she wanted to write the vote, he quickly denied their request. Alice Paul and her followers ended up leaving the NAWSA to form the Nationalist Woman Party, NWP. She was more focused on getting a national amendment rather than just working on state campaigns, which is what the NAWSA was doing. After founding and joining the NWP, Paul began organizing silent synodals, which are silent protests. They stood outside at the White House holding banners. These protests happened during World War I, so people saw their protests as unpatriotic. The angry moms began attacking them, and they were arrested for obstructing traffic. They were jailed when they refused to pay the fine. At jail, they made their biggest public statement for women's rights. The arrested suffragists were sent to Occoquan Workhouse, a prison in Virginia. They demanded to be treated as prisoners, and their demands were met with brutality. They were all pushed and thrown to the cold, unsanitary cells. As their next protest, they went on hunger strikes. Because of this, they were forcibly fed in a torturous method. Finally, I want to talk about the passage of the 19th Amendment. On its website titled Alice Paul, which was last updated in 2016, it states that once people heard of what was happening to the woman, they saw it as super cruel. After Wilson heard the public's outcry about the prison abuse, he announced his support for the suffrage movement. In 1919, the Senate and the House passed the 19th Amendment, and then the battle for state ratification commenced. The deciding vote was cast by the youngest member of the Tennessee Assembly. He originally intended to vote no, but he changed his mind quickly after receiving a telegram from his mother, who asked him to vote yes. On August 18, 1920, Tennessee ratified the 19th Amendment, and it was certified 6 days later. Without Alice Paul, the struggles of women would not have been heard, and things would have remained the same. Her efforts and dedication towards women's rights has laid the foundation for women today. She fought so hard and made many bold statements that should not be overlooked. Because of her accomplishments, we receive equality and the right to vote, and she deserves to be thanked for that. Thank you.
Alexis, 16.
Jason, 17.
Tony, 17.
Carrie, 16.
Bailey, 16.
Trey, 17.